Hey guys, this is Hema Phil Swift, and not to be mistaken for the Flex Seal Phil Swift. Though, if you're out there watching Phil Swift, you should definitely do a collaboration video with me. I think we can definitely sell some Flex Seals with Hema stuff. But, anyways, enough of that. For today's gear review video, we'll be checking out the Leon Paul Midi-Fence kids mask. Now, these are really cool and relatively inexpensive, especially for Canadians. They only sell for 63 CAD, whereas the competitor Armes, I think, I don't Aramis? Anyways, horrible pronouncing words apparently. They sell for 57 USD, not including shipping, and then when you price convert, it'd probably be just a little bit more than this. I'd rather go for the Leon Paul for my case. Now, the Leon Paul mouse is fairly light, super easy to use. It has a really cool harness with padding inside as well. Now, the padding is made out of polyester, so it's easy to wash. It doesn't shrink or anything like that. And one of the beauties is this Velcro strap right here. Now, this is why on the Leon Paul website it says that it is pretty much good for ages 8 to adult. It is because of this lovely strap. I can actually put my head in here and fit it and totally use it. I've also tried it on an 8-year-old and it fit perfect. Not a problem. The only thing I want to talk about, and I think that's about the same issue as most kids mask, is that the mesh here is held to the shell by these four screws. Now, if you're not careful, and it's just good in order to maintain these masks, it's definitely good to make sure that it is tight. The screws are tight, and so that the mesh doesn't shift or fall out on you. Now, the one thing I do like about the Leon Paul mesh is that it is stainless steel, and it's very, very difficult to push through. The mesh doesn't move at all. Actually, it's sort of like their normal Leon Paul fencing mask. It's probably the same mesh. It's probably the same gauge and everything. Whereas the competitor, the Absolute Fencing mask, I've been told that you can push the mesh in with your fingers if you try hard enough. Now, I definitely tried hard enough. I've taken a rapier to the face with this one, and it didn't move at all, didn't budge. So I'm quite safe, or I'm quite happy with the mesh that they used. Another really cool feature is the polycarbonate shell. Now, unlike regular plastic or whatever plastic that I assume the AF helmet is being used, because it doesn't look like polycarb, but I could be wrong. This one is definitely polycarb. It's see-through, which is also really cool. But polycarbonate, the special feature about polycarbonate is that it is shatter resistant, or they call it shatterproof. Now, it's the same material that you see safety goggles, safety glasses. That's the same material that they use for that. So I think that it is safe enough for any plastic or foam weapons. I'm not too sure about epées, foils, or steel, anything steel, just because steel against plastic, I'm not too sure. But I mean, it doesn't say that, it doesn't say at all on the Leon Paul website what could be used with these. I definitely need to send an email out to Leon Paul just to ask them, just to specify what kind of weapons could be used with this mask. Because I probably not a foil or epee, just because when they break they're a smaller, finer point. But I can totally see a steel rapier possible, maybe, especially if it's just thrust only, no percussive cutting or anything like that. I can totally see that being okay, but I don't know. I definitely gotta ask Leon Paul about that one. Now, definitely with the gorget, of course, because these bibs, that's the one thing about these bibs, is that they're quite flimsy. They're not as stiff as the regular Leon Pauls or regular adult fencing mask. They're definitely not stiff. The harness is really good. You can actually take off the forehead piece and put it in the laundry. Unfortunately, the rest of the bib doesn't come out, so unfortunately you can't take it out and put it in the laundry. But I mean, because it's polyester, you can pretty much throw this whole mask into the dishwasher and just let it go, and that should clean it out and maintain it. Now, there's one bad thing about the mask that I have to say is that, I mean, I assume it's normal with plastic masks, period, is that when you have it on, any percussive hits to the head is slightly loud inside. But I mean, I think that's just how it is with plastic. If it was all mesh, it wouldn't be as loud. But yeah, you do hear it. There's a little bit of ringing in there, not a lot, but there is a little bit of ringing. Also, I wish they put in more air holes. I mean, this looks like enough, but it does breathe well. But it's just that I'm so used to the adult mask, I guess. That's about the only two disadvantages that I would that I can think of for these masks here. Other than that, this is a solid kids mask. I definitely recommend it. And I'm gonna post another video review on the Spez foam swords. So definitely subscribe and wait to check out the next video, especially if you're going to be into teaching kids HEMA. Then I definitely think that you should check out the next upcoming episodes of Gear Review. I'll be going into more kids equipment just because I'm starting a kid program, kids and youth program for myself at Terra Nova School of Swords. So I'll be all the gear that I'm buying for the program, I'll do a review for each piece. So definitely stay tuned and please subscribe. Thank you.